School locker rooms were basically prisons for kids. Like, who thought putting a bunch of hormone-raged, musty 14 and 18-year-olds in a gigantic box and expected nothing but pure chaos? Like, when you walk into your average locker room, the first thing you do is get hit with a thick layer of Axe body spray. Like, can barely breathe in my locker room. And the worst part about Axe body spray is that doesn't even work. Like, you're gonna go from smelling like ass to smelling like ass, but better-ish? I mean, I guess not really, not at all. And even though there's an unhealthy amount of Axe body spray floating through the air, some of these kids somehow have the audacity to bring food into the locker room. Like, they'll be in the corner throwing down an Axe body spray sandwich. Like, what are you doing? Instead of choosing to eat in the cafeteria, you choose to eat in an Axe-infested locker room surrounded by half-naked teenagers. Why? The locker room at my school really used to always be an all-out party. Like, honestly, some of the funniest shit I've ever seen happen in there, but also the scariest, like towel whipping. At first it was fun, you know, we're all running around whipping each other with towels, just having a good laugh. But that was until Dre, the same Dre from my high school phone thief story, decided to take his towel and dip it in water. And if you didn't know, dipping your towel in water can turn a regular towel to a US certified deadly weapon. So now Dre is running around the locker room slapping the soul out of every nigga in a 5-foot radius. And right before Dre would slap the soul out of somebody, he would always say, "Can I get a hell yeah?" So Dre is running around practically knocking niggas out with his towel right now. So I decide to sprint to the other side of the locker room to get away, because I didn't feel like losing my soul that day. And before I can even look back to see where Dre was, all I hear is, "Can I get a hell yeah?" So this is how it ends. This is where my story ends right here, huh? To this day, I'll never forget the sting from that towel. So every Monday, our coach would make us get on the track to run a mile, and that wouldn't be a problem if my gym class wasn't during third period, because now I'm forced to sit through 4 other classes drenched in sweat, trying not to make eye contact because I know without a fact, I smell like bounce that ass with raging Axe body spray. And I thought I had it bad, but some of these other students would still be sweating while they're in the other classes. Like, they'll be in math class in a puddle of their own sweat. Then they'll just start getting Axe body spray and spraying it in class like that's gonna dry them off. Like, no, nigga, go home. Another struggle you have to go through in high school locker rooms were the high rate of stealing going on. Like, 95% of things stolen in school was stolen in a locker room. And 9 times out of 10, the case goes unsolved. Like, it's just a cold case. And I can guarantee you that your coach does not care. Like, you can lose the most valuable thing in your life and all they're gonna tell you is, go check the lost and found. "Coach, somebody took my phone, my car keys, my wallet, my social security number, my bank account, my shoes, my shirt, my pants. What do I do?" Go check the lost and found. And can we talk about how stupid a lost and found is? Like, it literally serves no purpose. Or at least at my school, because in my school, our lost and found was basically a loot box, a thrift shop. Like, I would hear people say, "Hey, did they add any new stuff in the lost and found? Like, I need me a new jacket." Like, if someone was brave enough to turn something into the lost and found, I give it 15 minutes before someone else comes and takes it. And the amount of stealing that led to fights were literally countless. But there will always be one fight in my brain that I will never forget, because it was literally just that crazy. So let me introduce you to Tom. Tom was a fucking lunatic. When everyone was getting dressed, Tom was getting fully naked and chasing kids around the locker room for fun. And if he managed to catch up to you, he was going to tackle you with no clothes on. So off this, you should understand that Tom is capable of quite literally anything. So on this day, Tom is going crazy in the locker room. He is slamming lockers and yelling, "Who has it? Stop playing with me. Who stole it? I know someone took it. I left it right here." So apparently somebody stole Tom's basketball shoes out of his backpack. And these shoes weren't cheap, so I completely understand why he was spazzing out. So Tom is still going crazy, and then he suspects this guy who we'll call Darius, because Darius was known for stealing stuff. "Hey Darius, open your backpack. I know you took my shoes." "I'm not finna do nothing, and if you got a problem with it, you can suck my." Tom punches Darius right in his nose, no question, no warning at all. Darius starts stumbling back, and then he's like, "Did you just..." "Alright, bet." Darius balls up his fist and starts running straight at Tom. Now, when I tell you nobody was ready for the high-tier caliber of ass-whooping Thomas did on Darius, like, I watched Tom put this nigga in Brawlhalla, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter level combos, and this guy couldn't do nothing. So after Tom finishes whooping Darius, he takes his backpack, and lo and behold, his shoes were in there. So he takes his shoes, throws the backpack on the floor, and Tom proceeds to pee on Darius's backpack. Now I'm just sitting there like, what the is going on? Like, is this real life? I'm telling you, I wouldn't even believe this story either if I didn't see it happen with my own 2 eyes. And the worst part about it is none of the coaches saw this happen. And thing is, who's gonna snitch? Like, who's gonna walk right into that ass whooping? Because it's not gonna be me. Now, the worst type of locker rooms are 100%, without a doubt, sports locker rooms. So for the people that play sports, you probably get it. But if you don't, let me explain. So in normal gym class, you mainly get people around your age or grade in your locker room. But for sports, they'll take a scrawny freshman and put them with a buff senior. So take that towel whipping and amplify it by 1 fucking 100, and maybe you'll understand just how bad it got in that locker room. So apart from terrorizing the freshmen, seniors also had one rule that every freshman had to follow, and it was, if you are not on varsity, do not step into the varsity locker room. It seemed like a pretty easy rule to follow until the seniors started getting bored because no one was stepping in the locker room, so they started trying to trick the freshmen into stepping into the locker room. And unfortunately, they got me. So on this day, I was in the basketball team locker room changing into my practice gear so I can get ready for practice. And then one of the varsity players who we're gonna call Lucas walks up to me and he's like, hey, what's up, Paradise? What's up? Yo, bro, you want some free shoes? Free shoes? Yeah, we have some in the locker room. We just wanted to give them away. You want them? Yeah, of course. Bro, I wasn't finna pass up on free shoes. Are you dumb? Like, I wasn't finna miss this opportunity. And honestly, out of all the varsity players on that team, Lucas was probably the chillest, so I felt like I can trust him. Boy, was I wrong. Because when I stepped foot in that locker room, I immediately realized, oh, I fucked up. Yo, Lucas, where's the shoes? What shoes? I look up at Lucas and I see the evilest grin on his face. No, Lucas, I thought we were friends. This is how you finna do me? So they turn off the lights and I proceed to get jumped. And when it was all said and done, they put me in the laundry bin and rolled me out of the varsity locker room. And now everyone is looking at me, either in fear, they're scared, in pity, or they're trying not to laugh. The worst part about this is there is video footage of this floating somewhere on Instagram. Maybe one day I'll show y'all when I'm streaming, but for now, I'm not ready for that embarrassment. But after that became a tradition. Like when I moved up to varsity, I had my fair share of jumping people. So I don't know if it's just my high school and my middle school, but we always had one guy that would always cut hair in the locker room. And honestly, that was super convenient. Like shit, you walk in PE a bum and you leave still a bum, but at least you got a haircut. But the last thing that made the locker room what it was the vape fiends. Like these guys used to rip pens in the restrooms and hotbox the stalls, just adding to the nasty smell of the locker room. And of course, our coach did nothing. Honestly, he was probably in there doing it with him, but nothing beats the moment when I get to see a fiend lose their vape. Like you get to watch them lose their mind in stages. Like at first they try to laugh it off, act like it's not bothering them. All right, guys, I'm not joking. Where's my stuff at? The joke's up. Then when nobody responds, they immediately turn into the tweaking phase. Not even 5 minutes will pass and they'll start being like, all right, I'm not playing. Which one of you niggas took my stuff? Worst part is, this is probably the one thing that didn't get stolen. Like I can almost guarantee you it's either in their back pocket, in their backpack, or they just left it in their locker. So that's basically everything that you are guaranteed to experience in your high school, middle school locker room. How you're gonna survive it, I'm gonna let you figure that out. I wish you the best of luck, soldier. Can I get a Huion? Yeah. What is good, Odyssey family? Thank y'all for watching another one of my videos. Hopefully, I got this video out in our 10-day challenge. But if I didn't, I was probably tweaking the video a little bit, trying to enhance the quality. You see it. But I can promise you the next video will be out in the next 10 days. But anyways, how's y'all's day going? What was your locker room experience like? Leave it in the comment section down below. I love when y'all tell me y'all stories. I honestly read all of them. I just want to say thank y'all again. Let's continue to grow the community and continue the 10-day video grind. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to share with a friend because don't forget you have amazing taste. I'll catch you on the next one.
Trying to snatch my chain with good choppers. We got them choppers, yeah, sound like a heart. Yeah, we got them choppers, let's go hit a lick. We ride the plug and take all it. Yeah, take a fun nigga down just for thinking he's slick. We drill a nigga like we in the army. We drill a nigga like we in the Navy. Get to the bag and we get to it daily. Reason you broke is cause you being lazy. When up top, never keep it on safety. What's your name? I forgot, ain't it crazy? Blow that flame out, they glide lit up 80.